In the year 3035, Earth was not the powerful planet it once was. After centuries of war and strife, humans had finally united, but their place in the galaxy was weak. The Galactic Federation, a group of advanced alien species, looked down on Earth. They laughed at humans, calling them primitive and silly. The aliens believed they were the most powerful beings in the universe. On a bright day in the bustling city of New Haven, a young woman named Maya stood in front of a large screen showing the latest news from the galaxy. Reports about the Galactic Federation filled the screen. They talked about their plans to expand their power and how they intended to crush any threats. Maya frowned as she watched. Her heart sank when she heard the mocking words of the alien leaders. "Look at those humans! They think they can challenge us!" One alien leader sneered, his voice booming through the screen. The crowd of aliens erupted in laughter. Maya felt a fire ignite inside her. How could they laugh at her people? Earth was filled with brave souls ready to defend their home, but the aliens only saw them as weak. Maya turned away from the screen, her mind racing. She had always been passionate about science and technology. Ever since she was a child, she dreamed of exploring the stars and proving that humans were capable of greatness. Now she felt a responsibility to take action. She could not let the Alien Federation continue to mock her people. Determined, Maya gathered a small group of friends who shared her vision. They met in a hidden lab beneath the city, a place where they could work without the watchful eyes of the Federation. Each member of the team had unique skills. Some were brilliant scientists, while others were skilled engineers and fighters. Together, they made a powerful team. "Maya, are you sure about this?" asked Sam, one of her closest friends. He had a serious expression on his face. "The aliens are strong. They have advanced technology and weapons. I know, but we can't just sit back and let them mock us." Maya replied, her voice filled with passion. "We have to show them that humans are not weak. We can create something that will surprise them." The team discussed ideas late into the night. After hours of brainstorming, Maya had an idea that made everyone sit up straight. What if we develop a weapon that can disrupt their technology? Something that will give us an advantage in battle? The room buzzed with excitement. This was the breakthrough they needed. Over the next few weeks, the team worked tirelessly. They gathered materials and designed the weapon. Maya led the group with determination. They faced many challenges, from limited resources to the threat of being discovered by the Federation. But they pressed on, fueled by the desire to prove their worth. Meanwhile, the Galactic Federation continued their mockery. They held events showcasing their strength and taunting Earth. "Let them play with their toys," one alien leader said with a chuckle. "They will soon learn their place." The laughter echoed across the galaxy, but each chuckle felt like a dagger to Maya's heart. Maya and her team remained hidden, using the Federation's ridicule as motivation. They knew the aliens underestimated them, and that was their greatest advantage. Each member of the team felt the weight of their mission. They were not just fighting for themselves, they were fighting for every human who had been laughed at, scorned, and dismissed. As the days passed, the tension in the air grew thicker. News of the Federation's plans to invade Earth began to spread. The aliens were ready to make their move, and time was running out for Maya and her team. But rather than feeling fear, Maya felt a sense of excitement. This was their chance to turn the tide. "We will show them that humans are strong and clever," Maya said, her eyes shining with determination. "We will take action and fight back!" With her words echoing in their minds, the team worked harder than ever, preparing to face the mockery head-on. The days passed quickly as Maya and her team worked on their secret project. They met in the hidden lab under New Haven, a small space filled with machines, wires, and bright screens. Every member of the team was focused, knowing that the future of Earth depended on their success. They were determined to prove that humans were not weak, but strong and clever. Maya stood in front of a large whiteboard, filled with drawings and notes. "Okay, everyone," she said, her voice steady and confident. "We need to finalize our plan for the weapon. It has to be something that can disrupt the aliens' technology during their attack. If we can disable their ships, we can show them that Earth is not a target anymore." Sam nodded, his brow furrowed in concentration. "What if we create a pulse generator? It could send out waves that scramble their systems." The others listened closely, eager to build on his idea. "That's a great start," Maya replied, writing down the suggestion. "But we need to make it portable. We can't rely on a large device. We need something we can carry with us into battle." Rachel, a talented engineer, jumped in. I can design a smaller version that can fit in a backpack. We can use components from old satellites and technology we have lying around. It might take some time, but it's possible. The team cheered, and Maya felt a wave of relief wash over her. They were making progress, and hope was building among them. Let's break into teams, she suggested. Rachel and I will work on the pulse generator, while the rest of you can gather materials and test our other ideas. As the team split up, Maya and Rachel worked diligently, their fingers flying over the tools. They spent long hours assembling the generator, sometimes even forgetting to eat. Each successful connection brought smiles and laughter, fueling their determination. They knew that every moment spent working brought them closer to their goal. Meanwhile, the Galactic Federation continued to spread its mockery across the galaxy. They held a grand event, showcasing their latest technology and taunting Earth once again. Maya watched the broadcast with clenched fists. The alien leaders laughed, boasting about their plans to invade Earth and crush any resistance. Their laughter echoed in her mind, but it only made her more determined to fight back. Back in the lab, tension hung in the air as Maya's team worked tirelessly. Days turned into weeks, and the deadline for the Federation's attack loomed closer. They had to finish the weapon before it was too late. The team faced many challenges, equipment failures, material shortages, and the constant threat of discovery. But every setback only fueled their resolve. One evening, as they worked late into the night, Maya glanced at Rachel. "Do you think we can really make a difference?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Rachel paused and looked her in the eye. "If we don't try, we will never know. We have to believe in ourselves and in each other." Her words echoed in Maya's mind, reminding her of the strength they all shared. They were not just building a weapon, they were fighting for their home and for the future of humanity. That night, they finished the pulse generator. It was small, compact, and filled with their hopes. As they tested the device, a loud beep filled the room. Maya's heart raced as she watched the readings. "It works!" she shouted, and the team erupted in cheers. The generator pulsed with energy, sending out waves that disrupted a nearby light bulb, flickering wildly before it went out. They all laughed, filled with excitement and pride. With their first major victory, the team felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were ready to face the Federation, to show them that humans were not to be mocked. They would fight back with everything they had. Maya gathered her team for a meeting. "This is it," she said, her voice strong and clear. "We have our weapon. Now we need to put our plan into action. We will be ready when the Federation arrives. We will show them that humans are brave, clever, and not afraid to fight back." The team nodded in agreement, their spirits high. They had turned their dreams into reality, and now they were prepared to face the challenges ahead. The fight for Earth had only just begun. The day of the Galactic Federation's planned invasion finally arrived. The sun shone bright over New Haven, but a heavy feeling filled the air. Maya and her team gathered in their hidden lab, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. They knew that today was the moment they had worked so hard for. Maya looked around at her friends, their faces showing determination. "We've trained for this, and we are ready. We have our pulse generator, and we know how to use it," she said, trying to calm everyone's nerves. "Let's stick to the plan. We will launch a surprise attack before they can fully invade." Sam nodded, gripping his weapon tightly. "We will catch them off guard. They won't see us coming." The team had split into two groups. Maya, Sam, and Rachel would stay on Earth to defend it. The other half of the team, led by a brave soldier named Jake, would hijack one of the Federation's ships to create a diversion in space. As the team prepared, the sound of alien ships filled the sky. Large metallic vessels hovered ominously above the city. The aliens were landing, and their intentions were clear. Maya felt a chill run down her spine, but she pushed it aside. "Let's move," she commanded. The team quickly left their lab, armed with their pulse generator and makeshift weapons. They made their way to a hidden vantage point where they could see the alien ships coming down. The sight was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The sleek silver ships gleamed in the sunlight, and soldiers in shiny armor began to disembark. Maya watched through binoculars, her heart racing. "They look so confident," she muttered. "They think they can just take our planet." Sam clenched his fists. "They are about to find out how wrong they are." As the aliens began their descent, Maya signaled to Jake and his group. They had been monitoring the situation from their location in a nearby base. Jake's voice crackled over the radio. "We're in position. ready to take control of the ship. Good luck, Jake. We'll create a diversion down here, Maya replied. She turned to her team, her voice steady. When Jake distracts them, we need to activate the pulse generator and hit their ships hard. Just then, an alien commander shouted orders to his troops. They began to move toward the city, their weapons raised. Now! Maya yelled. With a surge of adrenaline, the team activated the pulse generator. A bright light burst forth, sending waves of energy toward the alien ships. The waves pulsed through the air, creating a shock wave that rippled outwards. For a moment, everything seemed to freeze. Then chaos erupted. The alien ships started to flicker and shake. Control panels shorted out, and lights flashed erratically. The soldiers looked confused and scared. They hadn't expected such a strong attack from the humans. Maya and her team cheered. "It's working!" Rachel shouted, her eyes wide with disbelief. They didn't see it coming. As the aliens scrambled to regain control, Maya shouted over the noise. "Now let's move in closer. We can take them by surprise." The team advanced toward the chaos, moving carefully to avoid detection. They used the confusion to their advantage, launching small explosives at the alien troops. The aliens were thrown into disarray, unsure of what was happening. Meanwhile, in space, Jake and his group had successfully hijacked one of the Federation's ships. They piloted it toward the scene of the chaos. "We're in! Let's show them how humans fight!" Jake yelled, grinning widely. He fired the ship's weapons at the ground, creating more explosions and distractions. Back on Earth, Maya watched as the ship opened fire. "We need to keep them off balance," she said, urging her team to press forward. They moved with determination, taking down alien soldiers one by one. The energy of the moment fueled their courage. Just when it seemed the tide was turning in their favor, an alien commander stepped forward. He raised his weapon, glaring at Maya and her team. "You think you can win? You are nothing," he shouted. But Maya stood tall, her eyes fierce. "We are humans! We are strong and we will not be defeated!" Her words rang out like a battle cry. The fighting continued, with both sides clashing fiercely. Maya and her team were fighting for their home, their friends, and their future. They knew that this was just the beginning, and they were ready to face whatever came next. The battle for Earth raged on as Maya and her team fought against the invading forces of the Galactic Federation. Explosions shook the ground, and bright lights lit up the sky as alien ships fired their weapons, trying to regain control. Smoke filled the air, creating a haze that made it hard to see. But the humans were undeterred, moving with determination and courage. Maya ducked behind a large rock, her heart racing. She glanced over at Sam and Rachel, who were taking cover beside her. "We can't let them regroup. We have to keep pushing forward," she shouted, her voice strong despite the chaos around them. "Right," Sam replied, reloading his weapon. "Let's show them what Earth can do." The team sprang into action, launching small explosives toward the alien troops. The explosions sent shockwaves through the ranks of the aliens, causing confusion and panic. They had never expected humans to fight back like this. Maya felt a surge of hope. They were proving that Earth was not an easy target. In the distance, Jake piloted the hijacked ship, firing its weapons at the alien command center. "I can see their leader," he called out over the radio. "I'm going to take him down." "Be careful, Jake," Maya warned. "We need you back down here." Jake grinned, his excitement palpable. "I've got this!" He maneuvered the ship expertly, dodging enemy fire as he zeroed in on the commander. With a deep breath, he pressed the trigger. The weapon fired, and a bright beam shot toward the alien leader. Back on the ground, Maya could see the explosion from where she was hiding. The alien command center erupted in flames, and the enemy soldiers around it fell into further chaos. "Now's our chance," Maya yelled, rallying her team. They charged forward, pushing into the heart of the alien forces. The humans fought fiercely, using every skill they had learned in training. They moved as a team, covering each other and shouting encouragement. With every alien soldier they took down, their confidence grew. Suddenly, an alien soldier spotted Maya. He raised his weapon, ready to fire. But before he could pull the trigger, Rachel rushed forward, tackling him to the ground. "I've got him!" she shouted, struggling with the alien. Maya felt a rush of gratitude for her friend's bravery. "Get back in the fight!" Maya called out, her eyes darting around to assess the situation. They were outnumbered, but they were not backing down. In the skies above, Jake continued to engage the alien ships. His heart raced as he expertly piloted the stolen vessel, firing at enemy targets. I'm almost out of ammo, he reported. I need to get back to you. Come back, Jake. We can't hold them off forever, Maya replied, her voice tinged with urgency. She knew they had to finish this soon. The ground shook as another explosion rocked the area. Maya and her team ducked to avoid flying debris. We need to find their weak point, Sam shouted. There has to be a way to take out their main ship. Maya nodded, scanning the battlefield. She noticed a group of aliens gathered around a large machine that seemed to be powering their weapons. There! That must be their control unit, she exclaimed, pointing it out to her team. Without hesitation, Maya led the charge. They sprinted toward the machine, dodging enemy fire and debris. As they neared it, Maya could see the machine pulsing with energy. We have to disable it, she shouted. Sam nodded, pulling out a small explosive. I'll set it up. Cover me! He rushed forward, placing the device carefully. The team provided cover fire, fending off the advancing aliens. Just as Sam finished setting the explosive, an alien soldier charged at him. Maya quickly fired her weapon, hitting the soldier and sending him crashing to the ground. Let's go! She yelled, grabbing Sam and Rachel's arms. They sprinted back to a safe distance, hearts racing. 3, 2, 1. Sam counted down, his voice steady. He pressed the trigger, and the explosive detonated with a deafening blast. The control unit erupted in flames, sending shockwaves through the alien forces. The aliens screamed as their weapons malfunctioned, and panic spread among their ranks. Maya could hardly believe it. They had done it! The tide was turning. Now we push! Maya shouted, rallying her team. With renewed energy, they charged forward, ready to finish what they had started. The battle for Earth was far from over, but they had gained the upper hand. As they pressed on, Maya felt a rush of determination. They would fight for their planet, their friends, and their future. They were no longer the underdogs. They were warriors, ready to defend their home against all odds. The dust began to settle over the battlefield as Maya and her team emerged victorious. The once mighty forces of the Galactic Federation were in disarray, their ships down and their soldiers retreating. Maya looked around, taking in the scene. Smoke curled up from the remnants of the alien machines, and the sounds of celebration echoed among her team. We did it! We really did it! Sam shouted, pumping his fist in the air. Rachel hugged him tightly, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Maya smiled, her heart swelling with pride. They had fought hard and defended their home. But amid the celebration, a sense of caution lingered. Maya knew that the aliens would not give up so easily. Let's not get too comfortable, she said, her voice steady. They'll regroup, and we need to be ready for anything. Just then, a familiar voice crackled over the radio. This is Jake! I'm coming in for a landing. His voice was filled with excitement. Maya felt a wave of relief. Jake had made it back safely. As Jake's ship descended, Maya and her team gathered to meet him. The ship landed with a thud, and Jake stepped out, grinning widely. You guys were amazing! I saw the explosion from up there. You really took it to them. Maya clapped him on the back. Thanks for your help, Jake. We couldn't have done it without you. As the team regrouped, a new sound filled the air, an unfamiliar hum. Maya turned to see a small, sleek ship approaching. It was different from the alien vessels they had fought. With its shiny exterior and smooth lines, it hovered gracefully before landing softly nearby. What is that? Rachel asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. Before anyone could answer, the ship's hatch opened, and out stepped a figure. The being was tall and elegant, with shimmering blue skin and bright, large eyes. Maya and her team exchanged glances, unsure of what to expect. Greetings, humans, the being said, its voice smooth and melodic. I am Lyra, an ambassador from the Andromeda Alliance. I come in peace. Maya stepped forward cautiously. You're not with the Galactic Federation? She asked. No, Lyra replied. We have been watching your fight against the Federation. We admire your courage and strength. We want to offer our help. Sam frowned, suspicion flickering in his eyes. Why should we trust you? Your kind could have helped us before. Lyra nodded, understanding the skepticism. You are right to question us. We did not intervene earlier because we were gathering intelligence on the Federation's plans. We believed that you needed to show your strength first. Now we see that you are more than capable of defending yourselves. Maya felt a spark of hope. What do you propose? Lyra smiled gently. We wish to form an alliance. Together we can stand against the Federation. They have been a threat to many worlds, and your victory today shows that humanity has the potential to become a powerful force in the galaxy. Rachel stepped forward, intrigued. What can your alliance offer us? We possess advanced technology and knowledge of the Federation's tactics. We can train your forces and provide ships to protect Earth, Lyra explained. Together, we can strengthen our positions and ensure that the Federation never threatens your planet again. Maya exchanged looks with her team. This was a chance they had never expected. If we join forces, we will not only protect Earth but also help others in the galaxy who are suffering under the Federation's rule. Yes, Sam agreed, his voice firm. Let's do it! Maya turned to Lyra, her heart racing. We accept your offer. Let's work together. Lyra's eyes sparkled with excitement. Together we will create a new future. With their alliance formed, Maya and her team felt a renewed sense of purpose. They began planning with Lyra, discussing strategies and sharing ideas. The humans brought their own strengths, and the Andromeda Alliance offered their advanced technology and wisdom. As night fell, the battlefield transformed into a command center. Maps were spread out and teams were formed. They worked tirelessly, determined to prepare for whatever came next. Maya stood by the window, looking out at the stars. She felt a deep sense of hope. They had faced their fears and won, and now they had allies to help them defend their future. The universe was vast and full of challenges, but together they were ready to face anything. With newfound strength and a powerful alliance, Maya knew they could change the course of history. The battle for Earth was just the beginning, and they were ready to fight for their place in the galaxy.